What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So as you can tell by the title of the video, we're going to be talking about why I hate obesity. Now, the reason this topic even got brought up or is even in my mind is because on Twitter, I tweeted out, I hate morbid obesity. I hate what it is doing to us, and I hate what it did to me. So in this video, I just kind of wanted to explain what was going through my head when I tweeted that and what I mean by the words that I'm saying. So at the time of the tweet, I was actually kind of going down a rabbit hole of like my 600-pound life. There's like videos on YouTube. They probably shouldn't be on YouTube, but there's like whole episodes on YouTube, and then 1 Ton Family as well. Those are both shows that are on, I think they're both on TLC, which they show the real lives of people that are morbidly obese, right? 600 pounds or more. The things that happen when you get that size, it honestly is devastating. And I think that those shows are like stuff that they should show. Like, a lot of people should see those shows.
I'm 603 pounds, and I'm a single mother of 5 children. I can't stop eating.
I binge like you've never seen.
I live in this constant shame.
Because it really does, like I said, it shows the reality of being extremely overweight, how much it really does just hinder your life, how much it really does obviously completely, take parts of your life away from you that you can no longer do. And yeah, it's just, the shows, they really got to me in my head.
Because of my weight. My parents are still taking care of me.
I think he needs to move on beyond video games.
I think the reason the shows affect me so much is because I 100%, when I was 20 years old, right, 360 pounds, I was at that mindset of I'm going to get that big. I truly believed before I started losing weight that there was nothing I could do. I truly believed that I was 100% set in my ways. I felt like in my head, I tried everything. I did every diet. I tried everything. Nothing works for me. There's something wrong with me. That's why I can't lose weight. So I had accepted the fact that I was going to die before I was 40 years old, and I accepted the fact that I'm probably gonna need to get like airlifted out of my house. I know that sounds dramatic, but that's truly how I felt. So at my heaviest weight, I was 360 pounds, I was 20 years old, and I remember being terrified of being home alone because I felt like if I had a heart attack, nobody would be here to call 911 to get me help. Like, it was that serious. 20 years old, every time I felt a pain in my chest, I literally was like, this is it. I'm gonna die. So I had really just accepted the fact that I'm not gonna live to see 40 years old. And these shows show people that are, 30 years old that are 600 pounds and are literally like struggling and fighting for their life, and they're on their last legs. Most of them are completely bedridden, or they can't even get out of their house, so they're stuck at home all day long. And so that's what I was watching when I tweeted that out. Now, luckily, most of the people that saw that tweet, I would say like 90% of the responses and the the comments on the Instagram post were positive, and they knew exactly where I was coming from, right? So what I mean by that, by I hate obesity, is just that. I hate morbid obesity. I don't hate morbidly obese people. I don't think that if you're obese, you're less than, but I do hate what morbid obesity does to us as a society and what it did to me as a person. So for me, I think the best thing that I can kind of compare it to is a former alcoholic saying themselves they hate alcohol because of what it did to them. That's exactly how I feel. I hate what obesity did to me. So an alcoholic, a former alcoholic, isn't going to say I hate all alcoholics and everyone that drinks alcohol is a terrible person. But I think that if they said I hate alcohol, nobody would bat an eye and be like, oh, I can't believe you're saying that. But for some reason, when you say that about obesity, if you say I hate obesity, people think that you're attacking those who are obese, and that is not at all what I was trying to do. So some of the people that were critical of the tweet, which is totally fine, I'm totally open to criticism or, having a dialogue or a conversation. I like doing that. So they were saying that it seemed like I was saying I hated myself when I was obese. And I honestly don't think that could be further from the truth, because for me, I've talked about this a couple times on the channel, but for me, I always felt when I was obese that I was trapped in an obese version of myself. So I always loved who I was, but I felt like the obesity was making it so I couldn't be the person I really wanted to be. So I truly believe that I loved who I was, and that was the reason that I was able to change. But on top of that, I hated being obese. I hated that I was obese. I hated all of the extra weight that was on me because I truly believe that it was stopping me from living the life that I wanted to live. And again, I'm saying this for me. I don't want to be like everyone feels the same way I do, because again, I can't speak for anyone else, but for me, that's how I felt. I loved myself to change, but I hated the fact that I was obese. Not just because of, you know, what society puts on you as being an obese person, but because of the limitations I had because I was obese. And the fact that at 20 years old, I was afraid of dying before I was even 40. I hated that. And then some of the people were bringing up health at every size, and I personally believe that you don't need to look fit or be a fitness person to be healthy. Matter of fact, a lot of the people that look healthy, that are lean and all that stuff, are not healthy at all. So I'm not saying you need to be very, very lean to be fit or to be healthy. I think health at every size is great to an extent, but when you look at the extremes of both sides, someone that's 80 pounds that is not eating anything, that's unhealthy, and you can't argue that that's healthy. The same goes for someone that's 600 pounds that's morbidly obese that can't get out of bed. That's not healthy. You can't like justify it. And I'm saying both ends of the spectrum. So the issue that I have with health at every size is that you just can't say that because it's just not true. Again, the middle part, you can be overweight and still be completely healthy. I 100% believe that. Even if you're looking at, you know, BMI, I'm technically considered obese still because of, you know, my weight and height and stuff like that. But I still completely believe I am healthy. But when you look at the ends of the spectrum, morbidly obese, very, very skinny, not eating anything, you can't argue that that's healthy. And that's the issue that I really have with health at every size. I think one of the reasons that people, you know, kind of got upset when I say I hate obesity is it comes to almost like an identity problem. Because a lot of times when you're obese, a lot of, you know, just how media is and how the world is, you identify as I'm an obese person, when you don't have to identify as that. You can identify as I'm a good husband, I'm a good wife, I'm a good parent, I'm a good student, whatever it might be, and I just happen to have a little bit of extra weight. But I think as a society, we're so focused on the body and how we look that a lot of people start to identify as their weight or as, you know, how fit they are, whatever it might be. So if you are someone that's obese, when you hear someone that says, I hate obesity, you start to think they're saying they hate me, when that's 100% not what I meant at all. It's just you start to identify as, I am someone who's obese. One of the comments on the Instagram post kind of sums it up perfectly. It says, it's okay to hate this. You're not hating specific people, just the idea and concept of obesity. I co-sign. Now, it's not all doom and gloom though. I really do believe that there's a way out of it. I was able to get out of it, and I truly do believe that with what I've said, the videos on my channel, I can help people get out of obesity as well and start to live the life that they want to live. Again, it's up to you if that's something that you want to do. Everyone's different, and I'm not saying everyone's going to feel the same way about being obese as I did. Some people might be happy that they're obese. That's fine. That's your choice. But again, if you're on this channel, I am assuming that you're wanting to do something about it. The good news is that there is a way to change, and I think that through the videos, you'll be able to see that it's possible. It's so easy to feel helpless when you're morbidly obese. It's so easy to feel like you've tried everything. It's so easy to feel like there's no way out. But I truly, truly, truly do believe there is a way out. And I truly do believe that through the videos on this channel, you will learn the tools to do that. And that's why, you know, it sounds harsh and it might sound hateful to say that you hate obesity, but I think when you really dissect it a little bit, you'll understand where I'm coming from. Again, just like an alcoholic that overcomes alcoholism, and if they say they hate alcohol, I think most people can be like, I understand why you feel that way. So if you're struggling with where to start and you want to start your weight loss journey, I will link a video down in the description that literally tells you how to start, how many calories you should be eating, and I truly believe that it can help you out. So again, if you want to know how to start, go to that video down in the description, and I think that that will help you get started on your own weight loss journey. But again, those are just my thoughts, somebody that has struggled with obesity and has overcome it. But again, I am not saying that I am the end all be all. I would love to hear your thoughts if you're currently struggling with obesity, if you've lost weight, if you're losing weight right now. Like, what do you think about that tweet and what does it make you feel? And, you know, does my explanation make sense, or do you think it's total BS? I would love to hear what you have to think. But again, I really, really, really appreciate you guys watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. There was one other thing that I wanted to say. Oh yeah, look how buff I am. Ugh. Real quick, I just wanted to shout out my podcast. If you guys have not checked out the Work for Change podcast, I would really appreciate it. We just had Matt Frazier, who is the 3-time fittest man on the planet. We interviewed him. We talked about a bunch of stuff. It was a lot of fun, so I would love for you to check that out. I will link it down in the description. Thank you guys very much.
Obey the warning signs, and when there are flashing lights or wigwags, don't attempt to cross until they come to a complete stop.